Coming up on SNN. Last year's LGBTQ+ protest is sparking up another conversation a year later. See how the community is still striving for change.
Learn how Samford is teaching its employees about neurodivergence and how to help neurodiverse students at Samford.
Long-distance relationships are hard. Our Caroline Vaccaro found out how Family Weekend impacts families having to travel a little further than others. Samford News Network starts right now. Hello and welcome to Samford News Network. I'm Anna Hope Bigham.
And I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us.
An organization on campus known as PRISM has taken a stand to see change happen.
About 1 year ago, Samford University faced controversy with the LGBTQIA+ community, a community who is still asking for change. Because of a difference in teaching and beliefs, Samford asked an Episcopal ministry to not attend the annual church fair in fall of 2022. When this became public knowledge, a silent protest was held on the steps of the Wright Center. Fast forward a year later, Goldie Hatch organized another protest, hoping to leave a legacy for the queer community.
And I want to make sure that my alma mater is a place that is welcoming, that is affirming. That is love. So I'm here to help the future students at Samford feel that way.
As for the protest itself, Hatch wanted it to be a peaceful one. It wasn't until after Convo Hour, a majority of students actually saw the protest, some of whom disagreed with their statement.
But if that's what you want to do, you can do it. But I don't see why you're doing it here. This is probably one of the last places you should be protesting at. I think there's better places to go.
As for state representative candidate Sylvia Swain, she hopes they will go forward with love. When asked what love means, she says love means acceptance despite any differences.
The message is clear, and I can connect with anyone as long as we just take a moment to share our stories with each other and to listen.
And although Swain did not attend Samford, she came to support friends and members of the community, asking for a safe environment at a place they say they love so much. With Caroline Spikes, Samford News Network.
Caroline, for those interested, there is a petition you can sign for the inclusion of that ministry in future years.
Accessibility on campus has been a growing concern with the record enrollment this year. For more on how Samford hopes to improve accessibility is SNN's Ali Durbin.
Stairs, 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 and more stairs. One thing Samford University does not lack is stairs, and to the average person, all of these stairs are just another thing making them sweat.
What's one of your least favorite things about walking around Samford?
Low-key the hills and sometimes the stairs.
For many people, the stairs and hills can low-key be annoying, but for students with disabilities, they can make getting around campus next to impossible. While some things able-bodied people see as an inconvenience, people with disabilities are truly affected by these small details. Lips in the pavements, slow elevators, hitting buttons to open doors, and handicap parking are all a part of daily life for some students on Samford's campus. The Office of Accessibility and Accommodations has been dedicated to enhancing the campus accessibility. Samford's administration and Office of Accessibility and Accommodations have been working together to improve accessibility around campus. Whether it be right I just walked down or push to open doors, they're trying to improve on-campus commutes for everyone around campus. Clinical intern with the Office of Accessibility and Accommodations, Katie Holtquist, says the office hopes to change the culture around campus.
So many opportunities for college students, I think, to get involved and then also just change the culture.
Yeah.
like, you guys are the heart of the university, so starting with you guys is, I think, really important.
Samford is hoping to continue improving all-around accessibility and wants students to help in any way possible. For SNN, I'm Allie Durbin.
Thanks, Allie. To learn more about accessibility on campus, contact the Office of Accessibility and Accommodations.
There is a lot of awareness in the month of October, but there is one awareness in particular that is being addressed on campus. October is the month for domestic violence awareness and prevention. The Title IX Resource Center is ready to educate and bring awareness to domestic violence to the faculty and students. They will be hosting events and workshops in various locations across campus. Title IX graduate assistant Anya Bernieman says,
Title IX is resources for faculty and students to help prevent and address sexual discrimination and misconduct. Some of our primary goals is to help educate students about awareness of domestic violence and healthy relationships. We have a few events this month. We have Purple Thursday on October 19th, where you can wear purple in support of domestic violence. You can find us on Ben Brown, and we will be giving out pins in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We have a escalation workshop October 24th. This workshop focuses on raising awareness about relationship abuse and how to intervene or help de-escalate a situation as a victim or bystander. And then on Halloween, October 31st, we have a trick-or-treat tabling on Ben Brown to give tips about unhealthy and healthy relationship signs.
if you want to find out more information about Title IX and want to be up to date with the upcoming events, follow the Title IX Instagram page at Samford Title IX.
Faculty members at Samford are learning more about neurodivergence and how to support neurodiverse students. Neurodivergence is a processing information in an atypical fashion, whether that be due to autism, ADD, ADHD, or even dyslexia. Neurodivergence causes many adults to be tested for things such as ADD or ADHD much later in life. Take it from Allie, who did not know she had ADHD until her freshman year of college.
In my freshman year of college, I had kind of guessed that I had it for a while. I always had a hard time focusing.
Thanks to the learning efforts of Samford faculty, students like Allie can know that they have support.
The first week of October is Mental Illness Awareness Week. According to a study performed by the National Alliance on Mental Illness, 1 in 5 U.S. adults experience some kind of mental illness. College can be a stressful time of transition on students physically, mentally, and emotionally. Samford Health and Wellness offers free counseling services for all students. With a newly renovated office space, counseling services are here to help students meet their needs. The counseling office is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Appointments can be made online at Samford's website. Stay up to date on all your latest Samford news with us online. Follow us on Instagram at SNN Samford, or you can check us out online at thesamfordcrimson.com.
Still to come on News Network, we discuss the new renovations to the CAF and Howard Room.
Coming up, SNN takes a look at Greek life on Samford's campus from fraternity recruitment and bid day to Big Little Tradition. Samford News Network will be right back.
Welcome back to Samford News Network.
Over the summer, Samford University did a complete renovation of the CAF starting from the ground up. This year, Samford has partnered with a new food service provider, Aramark. Those connected to the project came in with new ideas to transform the CAF into a more open and welcoming space. The project in total cost $10 million. Construction on the project began on the last day of the spring semester with only 100 days to finish the massive project.
I think the notion of changing it from a dining space to a food hall, that concept was really important, making sure that the space was open to all, available to all, and you didn't necessarily have to swipe to get in to not take advantage of this great central space that we have on campus for our students to use.
As another school year at Samford begins, so does the heavily anticipated recruitment season. Like many college campuses across the nation, Samford University has a Greek life system. Its campus is home to 15 unique fraternities and sororities.
Here at Samford, it's truly unique, and I feel like fraternities around the country kind of get a bad rap, and some of the people coming here to Samford have not been involved in a Greek background. And here at Samford, we really emphasize community, community, community.
One interest regarding this year's recruitment cycle is that men's recruitment has seen record numbers of enrollment this year. This record-breaking Greek enrollment goes hand in hand with Samford's record-breaking freshman enrollment. Earlier this year, Samford reported that over 1,000 students enrolled for the fall semester. For SNN, I'm Sam Allen.
Bid Day is the finale of IFC recruitment, the moment where all the dedication and hard work come together. Fraternities across campus added to their brotherhoods this month during IFC Bid Day. It is the day that the new members officially accept their invitation to join a brotherhood.
Like, find my place and be with the brothers. It's really great. I'm having a great time.
The current brothers say that they are excited to have new members joining their fraternities.
The most important thing about Bid Day for fraternities is the beginning of a journey for the new pledges and associates.
All of the fraternities were able to invite new pledges and associates. Alpha Tau Omega welcomed 38 members, Beta Theta Pi 6, Lambda Chi Alpha 21, Pi Kappa Phi 38, Sigma Chi 33, and Sigma Nu welcomed 25.
I just really wanted to get to know all the brothers from different fraternities and really find my home and find my fit with the guys, see who I connected to most, and yeah, so it's worked out really well.
This event kicks off the beginning of a new semester of fraternity involvement on campus. For SNN, I'm Nicholas Harston.
Thanks, Nick.
Samford takes pride in having engaged students. One Greek life tradition that students love is Big Little. Sometimes college students miss their families, so how do we cope with that? Some have chosen to make new ones, like those in Greek life Big Little families. AD Pi's new member mom, Emma Love, says that she sees Big Little as a way to gain a friendly face on campus early on.
Diamond family and AD Pi, or just in any sorority, just really gives you people that you know you can lean on.
Big Little families are fun for Samford students because they provide students a place to call home as well as a family to call their own.
Take a look at what the newest club on campus has to offer. The Broadcast Education Association Club is now up and running. The club provides network opportunities for students interested in broadcasting. BEA will be competing in Beta Theta Pi's Halloween Film Festival tonight. BEA submitted about a 10-minute psychological thriller called Deadline. Lead creator of the film, Nick Harrison, describes what to expect from this film.
So the movie that I made is about a character who's struggling to come to grips with reality. He seems to be traveling through different facets of his mind, and he just can't quite get a grip on things.
If you want to be a part of the premiere, it will show in Brooks Auditorium at 7 p.m.
Stay up to date on all your latest Samford news with us online. Follow us on Instagram at SNN Samford, or you can check us out online at thesamfordcrimson.com.
Still to come on Samford News Network, we take a look at how longer distances make family weekend challenging.
Coming up, SNN goes behind the scenes of Samford Theater Department's take on the world of Narnia. Samford News Network will be right back. Welcome back to Samford News Network.
Samford Family Weekend brought in many families to Birmingham. SNN's Caroline Vaccaro spoke with families who traveled an especially long distance to be with us. Let's take a look.
Families flocked to campus this past weekend from all over the United States, some further than others. Not every family is a quick 2 to 3 hour drive. Here's what long-distance families had to say about their commute and what being a part of Samford means to them.
So we have to plan our tickets months and months in ahead, otherwise there will just be no way we can find a legitimate flight. But let's say we find a flight, it can range anywhere from like I said, 7 hours to 10, 11 hours just based on connecting flights.
Parents also shared the why behind why they travel to Samford and what makes the distance so worth it.
They're very purposeful, and this is the type of school that they, particularly their kids want. A group of students that have common set of beliefs that, you know, there's just kind of a unity there. They're studying every different thing under the sun, coming from every different type of school under the sun. But, you know, see something in Samford that you don't see on most other campuses.
In terms of gaining support for Family Weekend, Midwest Family Parent Chair Lauren Nunn encourages other families to join in support for their students.
The parents from the Midwest, even though we're a little further, we're still as committed to supporting our kids as some of the closer states are. We just have to be a little more creative in the way that we interact with each other and the way that we support the kids. But as you can see, there's a great turnout for our tent, and so I think that we're showing that, you know, we're as committed as the other parents are.
For SNN, I'm Caroline Vaccaro. Back to you in the studio.
When new students arrive on campus, they may look to get involved. Some say this is a struggle if you are not a part of Greek life. But there are many student organizations on campus if you know where to look. One organization we are looking at today is Grace Dance Ministry.
I'm Lydia. I'm the director of Grace Dance Ministry. Grace Dance Ministry is a student-led organization that allows girls who've danced before or who haven't danced before all to come together and learn about God, learn about dance, and learn about each other.
Apple shine. It was gonna be the ladder to the skies in their mind.
Always thought it was very cool that dance can be a form of worship that not a lot of people think about, because a lot of people think singing, you know, praying, but dance is like a really beautiful way to worship. It's open to everyone, and we try and just make it as low stress environment as possible so that girls can, especially if they've had like a really high intense dance experience, they can kind of relax a little bit, and then girls who haven't danced before can experience it in a positive environment.
The Samford Theater Department has just wrapped up The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but that's not all they're setting up this year. It's a tale known and loved by millions around the world. C.S. Lewis's The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe features the land of Narnia, Christian allegory, and a battle between good versus evil. The Samford Theater Department performed this stage adaptation last weekend. All of the shows, which were sold out, school groups, families, and friends alike, came to see Narnia come to life at the Harrison Theater. But Theater Department Chair Mark Hassel says that they have even more in store.
Really exciting season of new things, things that are improvised, things that we've never done before, and so it's like, we feel like we're really sort of like stretching our legs to try and do some new and exciting things.
For more information on the upcoming theater performances, the Arts Calendar has date and ticket information online. The next play, Lucky Stiff, a musical, premieres later this October.
Samford's Office of Spiritual Life has continued to work to enhance Samford's faith. Davis Domestic took a look at OSL and what they are doing since last year's revival.
Reed Chapel remains quiet. Upon first glance, you would think nothing eventful had happened here. Yet this small house of God played host to an incredible event in the previous spring semester. A spontaneous revival of worship and praise began on the night of February 15th, 2023. Led by students, it was a time filled with Christ-centered zeal and declarative praise, spurred by another revival at Asbury University. While the revival has since subsided, Samford's sense of community and Christian emphasis has not, which brings us to a building adjoining Reed Chapel, the Office of Spiritual Life. Samford's OSL continues to put on plenty of events post-revival. I asked OSL staffer Todd Oakley about the various events the Office of Spiritual Life is doing this semester to help build off of the incredible revival.
We're excited to have some special guests throughout this semester, including the Passion Worship team will be here coming up later in October. The other things We have our College Ministry Expo that exists in that first week of school to help students find local churches as they're coming, especially for those freshmen as they look to find a church home. We also have our Camp Ministry Expo for people who are looking for a summer job and working at one of our different awesome camps around the country for students to be a part of that.
While OSL's leadership staff plays a huge part in its success, spiritual life on campus is primarily student-driven. I asked Colin Doherty, who leads on both Samford's worship team and on MBL, a student-led worship organization, about how important students are to the advancement of spiritual life.
I'd say super important, just because those people that actually work in spiritual life are obviously very important, but students are the ones that are interacting every day with their peers, and so without them, not much change is going to happen. So I'd say they're equally important or more important. So as long as the staff can equip the students well, I think that's a great way for it to run.
Samford's Office of Spiritual Life remains committed to enhancing the spiritual lives of those who call Samford home. With a strong student body committed to Christ, the effects of revival still remain. Reporting from Homewood, Davis Domestic, Samford News Network.
Thanks, Davis.
That's all the time we have left for Samford News Network. Join us again in 2 weeks for our latest episode.
In the meantime, keep up with Samford News Network online. Follow us on Instagram at SNN Samford. Or you can check us out online at thesamfordcrimson.com. Have a great day and a restful fall break.